He didn't use the word bribe, but Dwayne says that he has arrangements with people who are trying to make sure that they don't forget that they're on the field and throw them their way. What is your arrangement with Dwayne to make sure that he's still, you're still on his good side?
I just try to tell him, even when you don't think I'm open, I'm open. But he hasn't had any arrangement with me that we've talked about necessarily, but we kind of talk about things from a standpoint we see in practice. If it doesn't necessarily work out, we kind of have that telepathy, like, okay, we know in the game, like, we get this same look, it's going to be there. So just kind of that trust that we have. Him and Austin probably got something going on with them being roommates, but, that's a story for another day.
He specifically listed movies, bowling. KJ said they have this thing where they FaceTime.
Shoot, he's holding out on me then. I don't know. We don't have anything set, but we kind of know where each other is going to be on the field, especially on the deep balls. I mean, we haven't necessarily connected, but in practice it's always there. We're just kind of waiting for that opportunity. But I've caught a couple in the slot, which is different. He knows where I'm going to be, and I know where he's going to put it too.
So. Terry, you've never seemed like a guy who would bribe the quarterback anyway. We saw you post that you felt better about that block and catch last weekend. So you're probably happy without getting involved in that stuff, aren't you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, obviously you put in a lot of work to make plays and score touchdowns, and that's fulfilling. But making plays like the block and things like that, I feel like that makes you different. There's a lot of guys in the country that can score and run and catch touchdowns, but how many could take two on a block on a bubble? So, Coach Hartline does a really good job of emphasizing what makes you different, sets you apart, and I just felt like that showcased that.
When you go against, when you're facing a team that you know can put up points, how does that affect the way that you guys approach the game offensively?
Well, first of all, we got to take care of the ball. We can't give them any extra opportunities. And we got to execute when we're in that red zone. We got to get 7 points instead of 3. Those are the two main things that come to my mind. That's part of our plan to win. And we just got to execute at a high level, take our shots, and we got to hit them in big games. I feel like that's the biggest thing. You got to capitalize on every time you touch the ball. And for the most part, I feel like we've been doing that.
This is a game where 30 points probably maybe even 40.
Right.
This is like, you feel like, okay, we've got to keep it rolling.
Well, definitely. We know as an offense we got to take care of the ball, and obviously we got to score points. But we just got to keep our rhythm going, and they're a good defense too. So we anticipate we possibly may have to punt, but that's okay. We trust our defense, and we may have to play the field position game. But once we get our opportunities, we definitely got to connect and capitalize because, like you said, we could get into a shootout. We got to be prepared for that.
Terry, how proud are you of this receiver core from where y'all have come? I know we dredged up a lot from where y'all have come to now. The TCU game, y'all came up huge. Obviously, Austin had his struggles, but came back and he said. But I don't know how would you summarize where y'all have come from, but how proud are you of where y'all have gotten to?
A lot of people may not believe it, but we expected it, especially having a veteran group. That's a big reason why we came back. Having a veteran group doesn't really mean anything if you're not executing at a high level. And we truly feel like that anybody can have a day. It's going from me to Parris to Johnny to KJ, and then even got in there. Austin came back and made some plays. So we really trust everybody who's out there, and there's really no drop off. And to be honest, I haven't really been around a group like that since I've been here, where it's just been 6 deep. I know 2014 had their guys, but we truly have guys that just flow in and flow out. So we expected that coming in the year, and we put in that type of work to have the year that we're having.
With the quarterback throwing the ball like Dwayne, is there even added pressure going into a game like this that you guys have got to, as a group, I'm talking about receiver group, you've got to rise above, so to speak?
To be honest, I don't think we need to do anything too spectacular, but we do got to capitalize on the plays when they when they present themselves, eliminate bad routes and catch everything. There's going to be ups and downs of the game, but Dwayne's really calm and collected. But as a receiver group, when we can make those 50-50 plays and the plays that make people go wow, I feel like that really gives him more confidence, and it fuels our offense.
I'm not trying to get you to compare him to JT because they're different quarterbacks.
Right.
What has surprised you, amazed you, or caught your eye just about the way Dwayne has played up to this point? You're on Twitter a little bit. But, he's getting a lot of bub out there. Yeah. So, but what are you impressed by most from his game?
I know people throw the word around there a lot, but poise is really what I think of. There's sometimes in the summer and the spring, and he may get beat in a race, or he may not necessarily be the strongest or the fastest. You didn't quite know how that was going to turn out because JT won everything. And, you know, as your quarterback, you want that. But the way he commands our offense, the way he's grown as a leader, it hasn't really surprised me, but it's also refreshing to see that as from a guy that's a first-year starter. So, you know, just the way he doesn't get too high and too low, the confidence that he has in his guys. Like, so many guys have caught balls because he instills that kind of confidence into it.
Terry, you mentioned the 2014 unit there, and Urban has talked several times now about you being that Evan Spencer role. He means that as a compliment, but you know, how familiar are you with that, and how much pride you take in that sort of do-it-all, dirty work kind of position there?
Well, I take pride in that a lot. I vividly remember Evan. He didn't necessarily get all the love that he necessarily deserved, but when it was time for somebody to make a play, a block or a catch, or even the fumble recovery, the onside kick against Alabama, he made it. And I pride myself on being that kind of guy, whether it's a catch, a block, special teams. I want to be that guy where Coach Meyer and my teammates trust me to make the play. So he may not have got all the recognition that he deserved, and I don't do what I do to get the recognition either, so I feel like we're similar in that aspect. You just want to be that guy that your teammates can trust.
He had that block on Zeke's touchdown run.
Yeah.
Was your block better than his last weekend, or how did those stack up?
I feel like on the stage in which he did it, and people don't really know, he was supposed to be in motion on that play, so Cardell didn't motion him, and then he still got his job done from wide out. So that's a really tough block on that play, and he took two. So I might even give it to him, but knocking two guys down, that's pretty impressive, I feel like.
Can you throw it? Can you throw it?
Can I throw it? I'll leave that to Johnny. I can throw it a little bit.
What's it like seeing a ball from Dwayne coming out? I mean, is it different? Is his ball different from other guys that you've got?
You definitely have to be ready right out of your break. I mean, even when the touchdown on Saturday that I had, as soon as I cleared that linebacker, the ball was on me, and it was right, on my face mask. So it just forces me as a receiver and all of us to really run precise routes and get our head around really fast.
Does it amaze you how accurate he is?
No, because I've seen it since he's been here, so he's just had that natural throwing ability. But some of the windows that he can hit you in, I could take a route higher than it needed to be, and he can hit me right in stride. So as a receiver, that makes my job a lot easier.
Was you the primary on that play, by the way? Or the primary receiver on that play? Or
I was not. I was part of the backside read. So, people heard the comment that he was eyeing me down. He actually looked off the safety, made his read back to me, and then threw a bullet. So I just wanted to catch
and
it.
then got it there right out of your break. What does it just tell us? What I was asking a while ago, what's special about him? Is that one of the things that stands out?
Yeah, he's so rhythmic and smooth, and even when his first couple reads weren't there, he didn't panic. He just scanned the field, and there I was. So, and that just goes to show that as a receiver group, you have to be ready at any time.
How are his pregame speeches going?
He doesn't necessarily give the pregame speeches. Parris does, but
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How are Parris's? Because he promised a sense of humor.
Yeah. They're not funny necessarily, but they do get you going. I will say that he has something different every week, and it's not really rehearsed. It's coming from his heart. And when one of our leaders is talking, we're going to listen. So every week he has a really inspiring message, and it's just really something that leaves us